All right, welcome back.
Hi, everybody.
Always an adventure
It
trying to
is,
get
isn't
online
it?
every time.
Never a dull moment with me, huh?
All right, YouTube, Psychic Shari channel. I've got another good show for you today. Hopefully, got a mini read that Sherry conducted for Kathy a few weeks ago. Sure, I'm sure you've forgotten. But Kathy is actually one of our regulars here on the podcast. So you did
Yeah.
weeks ago. You were wearing your lucky blue shirt in that one, so it must be a good read.
Yeah.
Just
It's
like
a
you're wearing it today.
no, this is green.
That's green.
Yes.
Okay. It looks blue, but
I'm gonna wear the same I'm just gonna wear the same shirt
I
every
think you do.
I don't. I know I have a lot of them.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do that mini read. Then we're going to. We actually don't have a mailbag for you tonight. We don't have any people with questions or requesting a reading or anything, so we don't have that. Hopefully, we'll have some time this time. We haven't lately, but hopefully today we'll have some time for alphabet messages.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes. That's for people live streaming today, watching it live, or a recorded version in the future. It's going to work either way. And then finally, Sherry's going to give some readings to all the live viewers here that post their requests in the chat session or section. Just make sure you ask for a reading because we don't want to. If you just say hi, we'll say hi back. We're not,
Yeah.
we want to. Some people just want to say hi, don't want a reading, and we don't want to like invade somebody's privacy. Just on the off chance they might want a reading. So, and also as a reminder, if you have a YouTube name that doesn't include your first name, then in the chat in the comment when you request to read request your put your first name down so that we can refer to you as Susan or Cindy instead of DBC 589.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
just a little more personal about that. So
Yeah. It seems like we got a lot of people in the comments already. So
yeah, so why don't we go through and make a first pass before we get to Kathy and the mini read?
okay.
I'll get that out of the way. All right. Um, Start out with Maria. Back again. Went to the doctors today, a dentist. They found a cyst inside my mouth on my upper plate, upper gum. I was wondering, how will the operation be? I'm so worried.
Okay. First thing that came up, Maria, is your spirit team is just trying to calm you down a bit. They're saying try not to get too far into your head with this, because the information that your spirit team is telling me is that this is going to be a fairly simple procedure. So maybe not from your standpoint, but they're saying from your dentist and doctor's standpoint that they see this a lot and this is common. So I just hear your spirit team say that this is going to be easier than what you think. So when you find yourself in that fear mode, just kind of pull yourself back and just try to tell yourself everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. So could go through her nose or her mouth. Um, she's pretty worried. There's some
Yeah.
professionals out there know what they're doing. And
Hmm.
assist. I mean, um, not to make light of it, but it's not that big of a deal. A lot of people have it. So, yeah, I wouldn't stress out.
Yeah. And she's asking, do you think they'll go in through the nose or the mouth? The first potential came through was the mouth.
Okay. Well,
So,
that's
yeah.
good.
And
Yeah.
she's saying she's still so worried about this cyst. Yeah. Again, Maria, um, try to, when you start to think about it, instantly just think of something else different, anything different. Try to keep your mind out of the worry, because you're just going to make yourself a basket case by the time you get there. So you're in good
Yeah.
hands. Thank you. They just showed me two great big hands that came in, and I could hear your team say, tell her she's in good hands. So,
Good.
yeah.
Good. All right. Let's go through the hellos. Aisha, hello.
Hi.
Kind Truth. Welcome back, Chris Deco. Appreciate it.
Hello.
Kathy, our mini read today.
Hi, hi, Kathy, our mini read.
You remember her picture? You remember? Well, we'll see soon enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good to see you, Chris.
Good to see you too.
Marcella,
Hi,
welcome
Marcella.
back. Welcome to the show. Ahmad Hazim, feelings for me. What do you see? Connection between us long term? Ahmad
Mm,
Hazim.
Okay, well, I'm glad you can read good because I, I would never be able to pronounce that. All right, so let's see a little bit what we've got going on here, just a bit. When I ask your spirit team what's going on here, is it going to be long term? And they're just saying try to try not to get the cart before the horse. They're saying kind of pull it back a bit. And they're saying we like what we see, but when we get into your energy, it's like, oh, I want this to be long term, this and that and that. And your spirit team says, just take it as it comes because we don't want to say you might change your mind, but they're just saying don't be in such a hurry. From what they're showing me right now, we do see where it seems to be going pretty good. There might be a little bit of obstacles or bumps in the road. Um, Give you time maybe just to see what's going on, but they're just saying just try to be in the now. Thank you. That's what they're saying instead of throwing it way into the future.
Mm.
Just have fun and just be in the now, and that's what they're saying. So
It's funny you mentioned that, and that came up because most people know I've got another YouTube channel that I do with videos of my own, the self improvement channel. One of the videos that I'm about to drop, either Friday or Saturday, is titled "How Men Fall in Love,"
oh,
and one of those things that is going to be described in there. Men fall in love differently than women.
I
Women, they initially think about the future, the potential,
mm-hmm.
and men don't do that. Men don't think about, when they first meet somebody and they're like, really attracted to them. They don't think about in terms of long term. They think about how will this person make me happy now. It's
Oh,
really different. And there are other things that I'm going to pitch my own YouTube channel here, but
you should like put it on there
yeah, I
for.
mean, it's the YouTube channel is the angle of your wings. If you want to search that, go on that channel. A lot of good self improvement videos that
They are
I
really
cover,
good.
and this one particularly for Aisha that might help you out. Just
Yeah, that's
yeah,
exactly what came up for her is they're saying try not to think of it long term, just be in the now and have fun. So
yeah, that's
that way she
exactly
could be, you know, right in his same vibration. So that would make it
yeah, and the
even better.
video will reinforce that and provide other useful information for you, Aisha, and for anybody else that really wants to know the difference. There is a big difference between men and women and how we think and how we feel about love.
You
Yeah,
know, that when you're saying that, I could hear Irene say, what is that book? Men are from Mars and women are from Venus or something
yeah,
like that. I
yeah.
never read it, but that's what
it is.
came up.
It is true. It is true. Um, Maria just wants you to check on her. Please check on me. She'd be grateful. Um, we'll say some prayers.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
send some prayers your way, Maria.
yeah,
And again, they just showed me again great big hands, and I love spirit because if they tell me somebody's a good listener, they'll show me an ear this big, and they're saying you're in good hands. So I'm seeing hands that are like 20 times bigger than mine. So
okay, good. Beautiful teal green. Um, I'm not sure what that means, but
is she talking about my shirt?
oh, that could be your shirt. Yeah,
Why,
teal.
thank you. Well, Bobby's. I think you are colorblind, Bobby, aren't you?
No, I don't think so. I can see colors.
Oh,
And I
well,
swear that looks, there is blue in there. I know there's blue in there.
I should get one of my blue shirts and hang it next to me.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Mhm.
Marcella, Sherry, may I have a reading, please? What do
Okay.
you have for her?
Gosh, the first thing that came up, it's so funny. Irene showed me you maybe thinking about doing a new hairdo. I know that sounds silly, but she's saying you might really come up with a whole different hairdo, and not just the hairdo. It feels like that this coming up year, this new year, might be a lot of different changes. Some of them seem silly, like just a new hairdo, but sometimes that can give you confidence. If you don't like the way you look, but if you do, it just takes you up a notch. There might even be some different type of clothing and things of this nature you might find. Thank you. They're saying that your taste is going to start to change. Um, it could even be things you put in your home that you're like, oh, I used to like this, not so much. So it just feels like this coming up year, just a lot of different changes, and maybe even a new friend comes in that might open up doors of opportunity for you to uh, do things differently. Sometimes we like to do things with other people, and they're just saying, I don't want to. I always hear Spirit say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But it feels like that this is a friend, but you're also going to learn a lot from this friend. So that's what we see for you, Marcella.
Okay, good. Chris Deco is Christina. That's her first name, and she would like a reading as well.
All right, Christina, let's see what we've got going on here. Boy, Spirit instantly showed me your eyes, and they showed me beautiful light coming out of your eyes. Um, and people can see your energy around you. So, more so than normal, they're saying you might always have people that come up to you, strike up a conversation, but they said this is really going to amp up, and you're going to start to have a lot more people come to you for advice, or maybe just to listen to them. Or sometimes Spirit says you can even walk into a place and not even say anything, and you can are going to help to lift the energy. So this is what we see. I love Spirit. Normally they don't do this, but they're kind of almost giving me messages for people like for the next year. Normally it's just kind of, here in the next couple of weeks, but the last couple, they're kind of throwing me into the next year. So they're saying this is kind of what's going to be coming up for you. Another thing they're saying is to take baby steps. Sometimes it feels like there's something that you want to do and you want to hurry, 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 or you're not getting it fast enough. They're saying just slow down and just take baby steps, because they say make sure you have sure footing, because they're kind of showing me like rocks where you're walking on them, and you want to kind of stay on the path. So that's what another thing is coming up for you.
Okay, all right. Shine Truth. I believe this is Charlotte. Anything you have for her would be amazing. Her hair's been falling out like crazy. So
Okay.
anything for her?
One thing that comes up is when you said the hair, a couple of things came up. It feels like a little bit of a vibration, but it feels like stress too. We're no doctor. So, there are places where you can go if you need help with that or whatnot. Sometimes it could even be your hormones, but let's see what Spirit is saying here. Stress is what we're picking up on the first and foremost, because they almost show me like you biting your nails. So you're kind of stressed out. And they're just saying, try not, I know it's so hard, but they're saying, try not to worry about something until it's necessary to give it attention. When I get into your energy, I am feeling like I'm getting like pains in my head, like little pains and things of that nature. So of course we know, we pretty sure to clear your energetic field. because it feels like it could be daggers. Because I just feel it doesn't stay there. It kind of goes away and then it comes in, but I didn't start getting that until I started reading for you. So again, when you feel it instantly, just right then say, you know what? If ask if this is my energy or someone else's. If it's someone else, say take it away. Whatever, doesn't serve me, go away. Um, so yeah, so that's what's coming up for you.
Okay.
Shine truth. Did you say Charlotte? It's
Yeah, I unless I'm confusing this with someone else, I believe her name is Charlotte.
okay.
Kathy, we'll get to her mini read in a second. She'd like to know what you see for her today.
Okay. Instantly, they showed me good news. So I know, like our day is almost over. It's 6 o'clock at night. I don't know where she's calling from. They just said good news. So I don't know what it is. If you're waiting to hear something, they showed me the old school, like you open up a letter. I'm sure you're probably not going to run out to the mailbox and open up a letter. You could, but it's just good news. So
Oh,
that's the
well,
first.
good.
Yeah, the first thing came up right from the get go. So
Everybody wants good news.
yeah.
Okay, so Kathy had a mini read just a few weeks ago, although this was back when you were still redoing your carpet. So all the stuff on the wall was still off.
Oh,
That's been a
that's been
while
a
ago.
while back. Yeah.
Yeah. And she made the comment she's experienced a lot of things that you've said has come true.
Oh, good.
So that's good. Good news. So let's take a look at her mini read. Uh, in this reading, Sherry provides spiritual guidance about self care, emotional healing, releasing old burdens, brings forward messages reminding her to stop giving more than she has, to rest when needed, and allow others to walk on their own path. So let's take a watch at Kathy's mini read.
Okay. Hi, Kathy. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Good. Thanks for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
I
Oh,
play.
all right. So I'm just scanning your energetic field here just a bit. Um, we love the way that you help other people. And one thing that your spirit team is cautioning you is not to give more than what you got, because it feels like you might put others before you. And then you're the last one in line, and then there's not enough left for you. If you continue to do this, because your spirit team is telling me that they're kind of giving you little nudges to kind of slow down a bit, and you're not paying attention. And what I mean by the little nudges, you're nodding like you might know what we're talking about, because spirit can work in funny ways to slow you down.
Yeah.
And you might catch a cold or something of that nature to where they will. But like spirit says, as long as you take care of yourself, if you're tired in the middle of the day, maybe just take a cat nap. Not only is it the physical, but it feels like the mental. When we get into the mental part, it's very stressed. I don't know if you've been worrying about other people. It feels like that there's other family members that your energy and your thoughts are going out to, and that is kind of draining you as well. Sometimes you kind of just have to pull yourself back and just watch life or others around you kind of unfold, but let them know that you are in their, I want to say in your boxing ring. I wasn't going to say that, but so I don't know if you've got something, one of a family member that's maybe going through a rough time right now or something. And it just feels like that you've got their back. And but until they ask for help, maybe don't step in, because it feels like you're always there for help. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Yes.
Okay. Um, one thing too that your spirit team, I love, they kind of jump all over the place. They're showing me that you're really good at spotting a liar or reading between the lines. Does that make sense when people are talking and you're like, that is not true?
I feel like I've really gotten good at that here lately.
Yeah,
It's like I can just pick it up.
Yeah, and that's what they showed me. They said it's going to get even better and better. It's so funny because when I see somebody who's lying, they make their mouth fuzzy. You might start seeing that too. So, because your spirit team says they're really going to start amping this up for you. And that's just going to be, your guides say, one of many, they call it talents that you're going to be able to do. It's really going to come in handy, especially if you, let's say you want to go buy a used car or something. We'd like to know if the person's lying to us. So they said it's really going to come in handy for you.
Okay.
Now, another thing that they're showing me too, I don't know if you have been dealing with any type of, I want to say water leaks. I'm seeing like maybe a faucet leaking. And have you had some of these issues going on?
My clog, my thing where your the air conditioning thing, the hose there, it backed up and got all over my family room floor.
Oh, okay. Yikes.
Yeah.
Water can be very destructive. I know my house has had water damage twice. So yeah, because they were kind of showing me maybe a series of events like that. A lot of times when we had, not to discourage you, but a lot of times when we have, um, uh, Irene, stop. Boy, your team's talks really quick. A lot of times when we have water issues, it has to deal with emotions. So the
Oh,
emotions might really be running high because in this type of work, water is symbolism for emotions. So we do feel like that's going to get taken care of. And I could hear your guide say maybe even better than what it was. So I don't know if you're going to get new flooring through an insurance company or whatever, but they just said that they just show me it's going to look better than maybe what it did before. So that's kind of good.
well, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah. So there you go. Another thing they're kind of showing me is where it just feels like you're really carrying around a heavy load. I know we kind of talked about that earlier. Um, I don't know if you have issues with your back. A lot of times when we carry on a lot of other people's stuff or just heavy loads, some of this stuff we see that you have carried from childhood. And your spirit team is asking, gosh, I want to cry in your energy.
I just feel like it's true.
Yeah. Your spirit team is saying, you know what, it's time we can let go of that. We don't always have to, I mean, we can forgive, but it doesn't mean that whatever happened, we say it's okay. I'm getting cold chills everywhere. So there's a lot of love and help coming in from the other side. They're showing me a rainbow around you. Um, and this is the angels coming in to help you because it was rough. They're just showing me, they're taking me through your timeline as a child. And life isn't fair, is it?
No.
Especially to children, and it scars us when we become adults and it molds us into who we are. One thing that your team wants me to tell you is that you should be proud of yourself. You have really risen above. Gosh, I'm getting cold chills everywhere. Are you?
Yes.
You have really risen above, and I don't think I've ever heard spirits say this. They said you've actually done better than what they thought you would. I don't think I've ever heard spirits say that. Um,
I actually think I've done better than I thought I would.
yeah, and they do too. And they just said you just keep getting better and better. Um, and they want me to tell you to dream big and that the sky is the limit. Now we're going to circle back just a minute to this, back to the childhood and things of that nature. They're talking about it is time to release those and to let them go, and that's easier said than done. So you can get on this YouTube and do some inner child work. Have you ever heard of the Ho'oponopono prayer?
No.
Okay, this will be recorded, so you'll be able. And basically, what it is when you think of something in your childhood or someone, um, just say, "I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you." And you're like, "Well, why would I be sorry?" But if you listen to it on YouTube, it's Dr. Hugh Len. He can describe it, which will help kind of release some of that because it's just got you tethered. Your spirit team just wants you to move on, almost like they're handing you an eraser, and they're saying, erase that chalkboard. And instead of living, take down that rearview mirror, and they say, write on that chalkboard what it is, and they keep saying, dream big. Nothing is out of reach for you, because they said, you think you've come a long way in 5 years. They said, you haven't seen anything yet. Wait until the next 5 years.
Oh,
And then you're going to be sitting there thinking, wow, I never knew that this was possible. So we're really excited for you.
that sounds great.
Yeah. And they're just saying, breathe. We do see where you do hold your breath. And they said, quit second guessing yourself, because a lot of times you'll talk yourself out of something and think, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. They said, just kind of go with your heart. Sometimes when it comes to a really big decision and you don't know what to do, sometimes the best thing to do is nothing at all and just sleep on it. You know that old saying, I'll sleep on it. There's really something to be said for that.
Yeah.
Now, one thing too, I don't know if you've been working with your joy guide. You follow me on my show, and I
I
always
do.
talk about my girl Irene.
Yeah.
We see your joy guide. Have you been working with her?
I've been trying it.
Okay.
Yes.
Irene's funny. She says, tell her she can make up any name. It doesn't matter. So call her anything you want. Pretend like it's a new friend, and just start asking her. You may not hear it at first. Sometimes I don't hear Irene. Just ask, what do you want me to know? Or what should I do? Or what should I not do? Um, she's saying that you might have a question right now about a situation in your life on what to do. And they're almost saying less is more. So I don't know what it is. It'll make sense to you. It may not make sense right now, but they're just saying, wait and take it one step at a time, because we see whatever's going on with you, you're worrying about things that may never cease to exist. You're putting the cart way before the horse. So they're saying, just kind of come back into now, and just kind of take it as it comes, take it as it unfolds. They are showing me that there is unexpected help coming for you. We don't know if you've been asking. We know you've been praying, because we see healing around you. But they just say unexpected help. It feels as if it's money. So it's funny. I told Irene I want her helpers. So you might have some unexpected help coming, which who doesn't like that?
I know, right?
But don't be afraid to ask, is what they're saying.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good reading. Real
I
good.
remember her now. I loved her energy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same shirt. Is that the
oh
same
my God,
deal?
Bobby, I do
Okay.
that.
What?
I'm just gonna wear the same one every day.
You do it anyway. All right.
It's because I don't have time. I just got home from cleaning for 8 hours today, and we had
Okay.
a little mishap before the show, if you recall.
As is
Normal.
usual.
I know.
So okay. All right. Good. Kathy. Thank you for allowing us to share your reading with the whole group here.
Kathy
We
wrote
really appreciate
something,
it.
Indiana and great things. She's
Oh,
the one I said will have.
a big check came today.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That is
Good.
super cool. That's
I
what
know.
I told you in the reading. So yay, I love your spirit guides. They really are really powerful because I could hear them quite nicely.
Yeah.
Well,
Good.
good for you, Kathy. Yay, just in the nick of time right before Christmas. Try not to spend it all on everybody. Save some for yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Just a little follow up with Aisha and um, what was the name here? Ahmad. Just a quick comment from her. Um, he is very caring, so not sure how much he wants to invest, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
just
take it slow. And like we say, sometimes when relationships first start out, everybody kind of wants to see the good in people, and then when everybody's bound, when they kind of become more natural around, or not natural, but uh, what's the word, when they become, uh, I can't even think of the word. Irene, tell me. Where you drop your boundaries, that's when we might start to see flaws in people, or them, us. And so that's kind of what it is. They're just saying, just take it slow and have fun. The main thing, just have fun. So
yeah. And I actually do have another video out there, how to tell if it's true love. One of those things is um, the relationship has to be easy.
yeah,
Can't be hard. Can't be drama.
yeah, so
If
many
it's
yeah,
easy, yeah. So just make it easy, for them. Take take it easy, relax.
it's so many times I give readings for people, and I don't think they can, when you're invested in it with a lot of emotion, it's hard to see. Uh, but I get so many people, and I'm even share, just me just steps in and think, God, that's like, it's not supposed to be that hard. Why would you want to be in a relationship if it's that hard every day? I'd
Right.
rather be by myself, you
Actually,
know?
yeah. Follow up right now. What do you see his feelings are? Can
Mm,
you look into his spirit guides and find out
mm.
what his thoughts are?
Okay, we don't invade privacy. We just go to his higher self, and he does seem to let us in. The first thing he just said is he's just got his toe in the water. And when spirit shows me that, they're scared to jump full in, you know, both feet in, gung ho on a relationship. He's just wanting to take his time and get a feel for how it's going to go. And the same, just like Bobby said, you should put your web YouTube on there, Bobby. There's so many good YouTubes he has on that, videos that
Yeah,
I think.
I'll put it down in the description of this
Yeah.
email. The it's the angle of your wings. Search that.
And I always, when I would look at it, I'd always spell angels of your
Oh
wings.
no,
And I'm like, I can't get it.
the
So,
angle.
yeah.
Like an eagle. If he wants to soar, sometimes it's just a matter of adjusting the wings, his wings a bit, and let the wind take him up.
Hmm.
Just a few little tweaks to your life, and you can soar as high as you want. You don't need to make
Yeah.
major changes. So that's what the channel is all about. So, um, okay, good. Maria, what's the reason she got the cyst? I don't know if anybody really. Sometimes things just happen, or what do you think?
Yeah. I love spirit. Today, I'm sure a lot of people have heard Louise Hay. I was listening to one of her podcasts, and she was talking about how we create our own, everything that's wrong with us, but we can also cure it. And maybe, the first thing that came up, and that's what came up, is when I read this for you, Maria, is there maybe it's focusing on your mouth. So maybe it's the words that come out of your mouth. I mean, I know that sounds silly, but if you really monitor what comes out of your mouth, even me, everybody, a lot of people, we need to really monitor what comes out, or even what we think. It affects our body. It affects our cells in our body. And this is so crazy. I probably mentioned this before. Bobby, do you remember our sister Kathy would always say, "Oh my God, take my eyes. I've seen everything."
Yeah.
I always looked up to her. And she's the only one that ever gave me any attention you and her, I think, are the only ones when I was a kid. I used to love that. And I'd always say, "Oh, take my eyes. I've seen everything." Well, I can't see out of this eye now. And she can't either. She's going blind. Our other sister's going blind from the macular degeneration in mine. And I'm telling
Mm.
you, your words can really affect your physical body.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
so if it's there, then you can reverse it. Just treat your body and talk to your body like you would a little child.
Yeah.
So,
But I'd let the dentist take care of this cyst.
yeah, well, yeah, we got sidetracked because it just threw me. But yeah, definitely have the dentist. But but she asked, "Why is it there?" That kind of threw me off on a tangent. So,
Yeah. Debbie Castle, welcome.
hi,
Welcome
Debbie.
back. Appreciate you. Let's get on down here. Debbie's asking for a little bit of a reading today. It's great to be here with everyone here tonight. What do you see for me?
All right, Debbie. Let's see what we've got going on here. Well, they're showing me a smile on your face. At first, I thought one side was down and a frown, and one side was up, but no, both sides are up. And they're just it. We really like Christmas. You might almost be dreading Christmas, but they're saying this Christmas you're going to look at things differently. And the little things are going to make a big difference, is what Spirit is saying. Um, and that will really get the holiday spirit going, because Irene says it feels like you need a little lift in the holiday spirit. Um, and again, silly little things, bake cookies, listen to Christmas music. If you celebrate Christmas, I always think everybody celebrates Christmas, because I do, but I understand we do reads for people all over the world and some don't, but feels like Debbie does. So that's what's coming up. They're just saying, and not only with Christmas, that's just going to be the start. And then it feels like it will bleed through into the new year, to where you're really going to start to really be thankful and grateful for the little things. Um, Even if, the sun is out, and you're looking at a beautiful day, things like that. And it's really going to open up your heart, because it just feels like um, your heart is kind of cocooned, just because, and that's easy to do when we have a series of things happen to us. We all do that. We, put a border around our heart, but they're saying that we see where that's going to start to come down, and then that will open up for new relationships, is what we're seeing for you, Debbie. So,
Oh, good.
mm-hmm.
Christine, follow up from her mini read. Yes, my granny annex not happening fast enough. I'm not remembering what you had mentioned.
I might have said something to the effect of, just take baby steps and try. You might want things to happen more quickly, uh, and just. I think that's what I said.
Okay. Okay.
Why are you asking me, Bobby? You're the
I don't know. I'm trying to,
I know it's
look at
hard.
these
There's a
comments
lot of
and
comments coming in. It's
yeah.
just,
All right. Yemi, I need a reading about my job. Should I change the unit I am working right now or change the hospital? He apparently works in a hospital.
Okay. One thing that they're showing me is you're just doing a juggling act. So it feels like whatever position that you're in right now, um, I'm getting the feeling like it's loose. And what I mean by that is there's so much going on. You go in there every day and it's like you don't even know what's going to happen or how people are going to act, or there, it feels like there's so much stuff going on and it makes you very uncomfortable or very unhappy. Irene is saying if we had to pick one of the two, we would say stay in that hospital and don't move hospitals at this point. Maybe just change the unit because that could make all the difference in the world, is what they're saying. So
Okay.
that's what comes in for.
Usually it's easier to change units than to change a whole new job.
Yeah, because I got to tell you, as I'm kind of talking and spirits talking at the same time, because there could be, depending upon how long somebody works there, you might have some benefits that you might lose if you just up and go somewhere else.
Right.
And
True.
I got to tell you, I've worked in a hospital before. And one thing we would like to say, I do a lot of readings for private readings for people who work in hospitals because there is so much energy in these hospitals, and a lot of it is negative. People come in there, they're hurt. So right there, they're scared. There's all this fear. People die in hospitals. People coming in are worried, and it's just a lot of sad energy. And if it feels like this person is an empath, and when you're an empath and you're in a situation like that every single day, even if you do change units, it's still going to get to you. You have to be able to seal your energy. Real quick, go in every day and act like you're inside of a disco ball. That's where the mirrors are facing outward. That way, you won't soak up the energy and it will kind of reflect back to the people. You'll still be able to help them, but you just won't take home their energy. Or we can even get hitchhikers. Well, we can get hitchhikers anywhere, but yeah, so that's kind of what we're picking up on here is work on sealing your energy and see if you don't like going to work a little bit better in the unit that you're in right now.
Mm,
So,
interesting.
mhm.
Okay. I hope that helped. Back to Marie. She also wondering, do you feel I have some autoimmune sickness? I feel constantly tired, no matter how much I sleep. I may have ME. I don't know what that is, but or something like that. Please check on me.
Okay. First of all, and again, we're no Dr. Maria. First thing that comes up is again, you're putting it out there. Do I have an autoimmune sickness? It's almost like you're putting it out to the universe, and you're giving it energy. You don't want to do that. Um, as far as being tired a lot, constantly tired, that can be a series of events, but one that comes in is spirit is saying is the worrying. Sometimes when we worry and worry, I've had both jobs, kind of a little sidebar here, where I do physical work or where I have a sit down job and using my mind. I got to tell you, sometimes that sit down job, would be more tired coming home than with the physical job. So that's what your mind can do. So if you're always worried about stuff, um,
And
it can,
stress too. Stress is a big thing. Maria's been on here before. Most people that have are regulars to this knows Maria and her issues with Philip and all of that. That's a lot of stress,
yeah.
and yes, it takes its toll on the physical body. It really does.
And Maria, something again, get on YouTube. As you know, it's free. You're here now. But Louise Hay, um, listen to some of her stuff. I mean, she's an icon. I mean, she is like the master of energy. And you really, and I'm trying to work on it too, you really gotta not only watch your words, but watch your thoughts, because we are master creators.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what's coming up for you is do that, because it will really make you feel good, because you're being able to take control. Life doesn't happen to us. I mean, we play a part in it. So we would highly suggest, you can do anything you want, but to listen to some of her YouTube channels.
Yeah.
So
She's, she's dead now, right?
I do know. I almost
Yeah,
I
I
almost said that. Yeah.
know.
But you know what? Her YouTube channels are
Oh
still
yeah.
out
That
there.
yeah, they'll be out there
In
forever.
fact, I have a book somewhere. Uh, well, I probably won't be able to find it now that I'm looking for it. Okay, right here. Ah, right here. You Can Heal Your Life. This is really an awesome book. I feel like I'm doing a commercial, but it really is. It'll tell you, if you have, right now, I turned it, if you have hip problems or uh, hepatitis or anything, and it will tell you like what you did to create it, and it will also tell you how to uncreate it. Very good book.
Mm.
So
Okay. Well, I hope that helped. Back to Debbie. Can you tell her anything about her spirit guides?
okay. One thing that your spirit team is saying is start asking, when you're working with your spirit guides, start asking them for evidence. And what they're talking about is what comes right to my mind when I first started working with Irene. I would say, Irene, I want to see 11 cents. I didn't want to see a penny. I wanted to see a dime and a penny. And or it doesn't always have to be that. One time I was sitting outside, um, and I said, Irene, this was a couple of years ago. I go, I can't even hear you. I don't even think you're listening to me. If you can hear me, Irene, I want to see a cardinal and a little yellow finch. I'm not kidding you, Bobby. Here come a car. And there were no birds in this backyard. I was in one of my houses cleaning. This cardinal came up and sat on this wire. Right next to it, a little yellow finch sat right there with him. And
Really?
it was like they were kissing. I am not kidding. Like she was feeding him. I don't know what they might have been kissing, but I I was almost, I couldn't even believe it. I mean, so that's what your uh, Debbie, that's what your spirit guides are saying is have them do. Irene says, tell her to have us do tricks. Irene calls them tricks, but you can even do all kinds of things like that. Um, so
A little sad missing her people, but wanted to stay up in my spirits. So
yeah, and talk about, it will really lift your spirits when you um, start getting confirmation, like I did with Irene about seeing those birds. Now, I'm not saying every single time you'll do it, but I was really like depressed when I did that. So they know when you need help. And like I said, make a game out of it. They love it, but you have to ask. And not only your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side too can do this. So you can say, Dad, you know, I don't know, let me smell cigarette smoke or whatever. Not every, although I can smell, I've done that quite a bit. Not everybody can.
yeah, Dad could do that. You know
Yeah.
that, right? Whenever someone he knew died, he would always smell roses.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was a lot more intuitive than what he wanted people to know.
Yeah,
You know?
because he was the last on board when it came with all the UFOs and the ghost. It was like he acted like, but like you said, he knew, he just didn't want to say anything because, back then when he was a kid, it was taboo.
Yeah, You were nuts. Talk
Mm-hmm.
about that kind of stuff. So, okay, good.
All
Thank you,
right, good,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Aisha, you are welcome.
You're welcome.
Uh, Christine, affirmative. That's
Yes.
good. Maria, oh yeah, good. Uh, Marcella,
Hi,
welcome to the
Marcella.
show. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, back to Maria. Yeah, that has taken its toll on her. So yeah, I mean, definitely 9 years of worrying and crying,
Yeah.
listening to him tell him how ugly she is and that other women are better. Well, yeah, no wonder you're kind of stressed out and a little
Yeah.
tired.
And again, I know we say this, but you got to ask yourself, Maria, why would you want to be with, why were you with somebody 9 years that treated you like that? That there's some inner work that needs to be done. You're not
Yeah,
broken. Don't misunderstand me. But you know, you gotta, nobody's gonna like you any more than you like you. And we put out on an unconscious level a radar that kind of goes out. Like, let's say, oh, you're wanting a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You put out a radar, so you had to have put out a radar like, you know what? I'm not really, I don't feel good about myself, or it could be the way you were raised too. It feels like that's coming in. So then you put that out there, and on an unconscious level, okay, well, here comes Philip. Yeah, I can treat you like crap. I'll be your, so that's kind of, everybody does that. We're not saying you're broken. Everyone does that, like on an unconscious level. Um, Even though a lot of people want, try to create what they want, and that's great, but you got to believe it. It really goes down to your core belief.
yeah,
So if you keep thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm great and I'm perfect," I'm beautiful, but inside you think, "God, I'm a piece of shit and I'm ugly," that's what's going to bleed out. Not the you know. So that's why you got to work on that core feeling. Um,
right.
so
Absolutely. All right. Rusty Woodpecker, welcome back.
hi, Rusty Woodpecker.
Hi there, Bob and Sherry. Can I have a general reading, please?
All right. First thing that came up is your spirit team is showing me a lot of almost like we're tying shoes, sneakers, and they're saying you're starting to tie up some loose ends. So feels like it could be some of the work maybe around the house we're tying up, and not only that, but maybe certain things, other things in your life, you might be kind of tying them up and getting things in order, so to speak, and not just around the house. They're also talking about getting things in order, kind of like in your mind. Um, it's hard to. They download every single thing like instantly, and then I have to try to articulate it. I know what they're saying, but let me see if I can come up with the right words. Um, okay, this is the only way I can explain it. In my mind, there are things that are right in the forefront that I got to worry about, that are right here. And then there's things I worry about, but they can be kind of put further down, the list. And that's what they're saying, is that with you, Rusty, that you're getting things kind of in order in your mind as well, to where well, they just said it's a good coping mechanism, but it works for you just the way that you're doing it, because they're just saying that's the way you roll, because it feels like some of the things that you're sad or worried about, it's out of your control, and you're starting to kind of realize that. So then instead of it really being in the front and always kind of bothering you, it's still back there, and you'll hash it out one day, but they're just saying today's not the day. um, it's like your emotional body needs to take a vacation. um, and again, here they go, they're talking about the new year. They said get through the holidays, and then come the new year, um, then you can maybe start to open up some of the packages that are emotional wounds. That's so weird. I don't even know why I'm talking like this, but that's kind of what they're showing me.
Hmm.
Um, So there's some things that you have tucked down that you don't want to feel. And they're just saying, give your emotional body a timeout, a little vacation, because that you'll be able to open up some of those emotional wounds that you have stuffed down, and then you'll be able to deal with them come after the new year. So
Okay.
that was more than a general read. Sorry, Rusty. We should have made it short and sweet, but it just kind of started to
Kept
snowball.
coming. Yeah. Well, the tying things up, hopefully, I know he's talked, I'm sure you've forgotten, but he's talked about doing a lot of projects around his house,
Oh,
working on his
okay.
project. I think it's his um, bathroom, I
Yeah.
think. He was doing a
I, yeah.
bathroom project, but hopefully he's tying that up. Hopefully
Yeah.
that's what it means. Okay, Marcella, she would love a reading.
Okay.
What do you think?
Seems like we have so many people with the same name. It seems like I just read for her. Did I? I didn't?
No,
Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got.
Maria.
Okay. All right. Thank you. First thing that comes. Oh, I like this. They're showing me a little caterpillar. I love when we see a caterpillar, but then this caterpillar is starting to glow, and then it turns into this beautiful butterfly. So your spirit team is saying that you must be on a spiritual journey, because they're pulling me into that arena. Um, and they said you're very gifted, and from the way I see it, it looks like you're working on some of your spiritual gifts, but they said you haven't seen anything yet, because there is still a lot of gifts that are coming in, a lot of talents, they said. One thing that comes up too, whether you do this or not, is painting. And you don't have to be an artist, although I know people who are beautiful, wonderful artists. This could even be finger painting. I can't paint or draw at all, but sometimes I just like to do things like that. This might be something that you can do. Thank you, Irene. And she's saying that the more that you work at it, the better that you will become. So painting really comes in for her.
Really?
So, so
Well,
maybe
that's
it's
great.
about, yeah, colors. The more colors you can use, the better. There's something here about colors too with her. Um, you know how our chakras are all in different colors. But it's something like her spirit guides are wanting her to work with color. And that might help to maybe for her to see chakras around people or see their auras.
Hmm,
So that's
interesting.
what's coming up for Marcella.
Yeah. Well, I hope that helps. Uh, Aileen,
Aileen?
good night to you. We
Good
are
night.
fine. Um,
Well,
working
we
on
made it
Christmas.
on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Barely.
I know you freezing up a couple of times, but your voice is flowing smooth. Sometimes the picture freezes just a few seconds, but other
Yeah.
than that, I mean, I can live with that.
Yeah.
Eileen, I can't wait to see my family for Christmas. Will my holiday be okay?
We absolutely love it. And the first thing that came to mind when you said that is Spirit says, why would she word it that way? Like, will it be okay? No, it's not going to be okay. It's going to be great, is what they're saying. So, one thing too that they're saying, there might be someone in the family who might be kind of like the Grinch or a little Scrooge. And they're just saying, don't let it get to you or bother you. Um, kind of make a game out of it and just realize that that's just the way that they are. You're not going to say anything that's going to change them. Uh, that's just the way they are, and let them be them and you be you, and then bounce on your merry way. So yeah, we see it's wonderful, that you have family. A lot of people, there's people that don't have family, and um,
Yeah.
so yeah, good for you. Take advantage of it.
Yeah, definitely. Debbie, again, sorry to ask so much tonight. He goes long stretches and nothing, and then a million questions. So, should I pursue finding my half brother that was adopted or let it go? She's very curious about him.
Okay. First thing that came up is I can hear "Let It Be, Let It Be." I can't sing very good, but the Beatles in that song, just "Let It Be,"
Really?
and that came up. And Irene is confirming that because today, speaking of Debbie, so see there, she's piggybacking on her first read when she asked about her guides, and so then Irene is doubling up this message. And she's saying, let it be, because on my way to work today, the car in front of me said the license plate was BEE U3, the letter U and 3. And when I first started with Irene, I'd say I would see the letter B, BE, or BEE. And then I used to always make a joke and say, oh, me, myself, and Irene. But that license plate said BU3, and I'm like, oh my God, it's like talking to me. So, okay, so swinging that back around to where that's how Irene just confirmed, just let it be. Of course, you have free will, Debbie. You can do anything that you want. Um, I just hear spirit say, justice will be served. So you might not have to do anything, but things maybe might work out to your advantage without you having to do anything.
Okay. Interesting. Just follow up from Rusty. He does need a holiday, that's for sure. Been carrying a lot of emotional baggage, plus those projects.
Yeah.
And yes, his bathroom is slow going, but getting there. So maybe that's tying
Tying
up,
up.
tying that up. Okay, Lauren. Hi, can you please tell me when will I get engaged?
Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Um, not really getting anything. Irene, try to give it to me a different way here. Um, doesn't mean you're not going to if I don't pick anything up. Don't want to scare you here. Let's see what we've got, Irene. Okay. First thing, took a while to get this. Normally they're like that. This came up. The potential we do see. We like 2026. So that is what came in the highest potential for you. So hope
Really?
you're hope you're with somebody. But even if not, our parents only knew each other 5 months and they were married. You know
Uh,
that, right?
5 months. I thought it was like 5 weeks.
Oh, maybe
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was really quick.
oh, it was me that was 5 months. Man,
Yeah, that's
I've been doing a lot of readings. Yeah. I mean, yeah, things can happen very quickly. Let's just say that.
yeah, they can.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. For Marcel, you talk about colors. That's crazy. Last night I had visions of painting
Hmm.
in so many colors, and I do see auras.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that about painting, and I thought I'm throwing it out there because spirit works in funny ways.
It
You are
does.
welcome.
CJ, sad note, my mother passed on Saturday.
Oh, I'm
Any
sorry.
messages would be appreciated.
Okay. Um, CJ, I need the first name. Uh,
Yeah, I think,
I can't remember CJ.
yeah.
Carrie. Carrie. I bet it's Carrie
Carrie? Okay, okay.
because it reminds me of.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so now I can tap in a little bit better here. Okay. All right. Carrie, when I'm picking up a thread of your mother here, she's clapping. She's happy to be on the other side. Feels like she might have been struggling, did not care for this physical body. She's glad to get out of it. She's almost giddy. I feel a lady that's just giggling. Um, and yet here she comes, this it's like so much gratitude she's coming with. Very grateful for you, and I don't know if you were her caretaker or did a lot, but she's just talking about how grateful she is for you and all that you have done and so many things that you have done. Um, she didn't thank you. And she's even talking about maybe even way back before she was sick. It feels like she was sick for a while because the body's very depleted. The soul, we know she doesn't have the body, but the soul gets depleted when the body is sick for a while. But so that is her message. Oh, thank you. One thing she's kind of putting it out there is she's talking about for Christmas. And it's this movie. I know the name of it. You'll know when an angel gets his wings, you'll hear a bell. What is that? It's a Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life.
She's talking about this bell. You might hear a random bell here in the next couple of weeks, and she says, "Let it be known that that is her," and you may hear more than one.
Wow. Good. Howard, welcome back.
Hi, Howard. Now we know it's Howard because I text him. So, yeah.
Yeah. He's laughing at your 5-month, 5-week.
Oh, yeah. Well, Howard's known me for, we've known each other since the 6th grade. So I'm sure he knows I'm nuts half the time.
Yeah. I think most of the people on the show tonight
Oh, well.
get that idea. All right, Lauren, do you see me finding a stable career? What kind of career would it be?
Okay. One thing that we're seeing is that you get bored very easily. We see where you're good at multitasking, but you think about something and you want to do it, and you're all ready to go, and then it's kind of like it loses its pizzazz, and then it's like you want to switch on to something else. One thing that they are showing me is that we do see where you find a stable career, but you might have to jump ship, so to speak, a couple of times. We don't feel like you're in the have all be all career right now. And maybe even the next one. I'm not for sure, but one thing that your spirit team is saying is go with your heart and not your head, because do something that you love. It feels like that you are going to have a choice between two careers, kind of in this. We don't want to say two careers. We just want to say two jobs, I guess. Kind of the same thing, but they're saying it that way. To where one, you might start out making more money, but the other one really intrigues you. We would suggest you go with the one that you really like. Now, you're asking, what will the career be? We see where this can, a lot of these will fit into one mold, and whatever it is that you do, it will be where you serve others. Now that can be a big, you can be a waitress, you can be a nurse, you could give readings, you can clean houses. So, but whatever it is, that's what's really going to fulfill you, is when you serve other people. Quite frankly, you would be good at working with children as well. So that kind of came up. They just threw that in.
Well, that's a thought, huh?
Yeah. So I think some of the best teachers are the ones who can get down and be a kid. They can sit and finger paint with kids, or they can tell stories and really get into it. I don't know. It just takes a certain type of person, I think, that could be a good working with kids somehow. Doesn't necessarily mean a teacher, but did show me children. So
interesting. So that's a thought. I hope that helps. Melissa, hi from Melissa in New Zealand, long way away.
Okay.
My dear friend Travis that passed on the 19th of July this year.
Okay, hold on, Bobby. I'm still seeing Lauren's. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's that laptop of yours.
I am not buying another one. God, how many
It
am I
only
gonna
cost you $300.
I know, but it
How
was
strong, how
300.
powerful do you think that is?
Okay, New Zealand. Yay, that's far away. Okay.
Travis passed on the 19th of July.
Oh,
Anything he got for here?
all right. Gosh, my nose feels funny the minute you started reading that. Almost like I'm allergic to something, and it can't be me. It's got to be either Melissa or Travis picking up on some of that energy. Sometimes it does that. Oh, it's kind of hard to breathe in the energy. So I don't know if he had issues with breathing. My chest feels really heavy, and it's kind of hard to take breaths. So let's see. We feel like we got him coming in here just a bit. Okay. I'm feeling that he's wanting me to say that it felt like he was carrying around a heavy load. I feel that he might have been an empath, so he was pretty sensitive and he would get his feelings hurt easily, but it just feels like he was not his best cheerleader. He might have always kind of put himself down or would take things wrong the way people would say things to him, and he might think that it might have been a dig to him, but it really wasn't. But he said he just loves now that when he's on the other side, he can see things for the way that they really were. And he just felt like he was misunderstood, but he said he loved the way that you understood him. And he's so thankful for you because it just felt like there was some sort of a connection there with you and him. And you probably felt this when you first met him, like there was automatically a connection, because that's what he's telling me. You guys have had several lifetimes together. I don't know why my nose is kind of itching or something ever since. So I don't know if Melissa, you have some kind of allergies or something with your nose, or he did. I don't know if he was in the hospital and had oxygen or something, because it's hard to kind of breathe too in his energy. But he just wants to come in and thank you. He tells me that he has come to you at night and sat on your bed before when you've thought about him. And he said he's telling me that you know that he has come um, and talked to him, or he's talked to you. So keep asking him. He cannot come unless you ask, because on this earth we have free will. So ask, and you can talk to him even more. Um, So, okay, so that's what comes in. And one thing too, he's showing me the color purple. So you might see, he's going to try to let you see a lot of the color purple is going to stand out more. Instantly, he's already working through me. I can see that purple around our thing, and instantly my eyes went to that. So that's what he's going to say. That's what, be prepared to see a lot of purple. And when you do, then that is his way of saying, hey, I'm okay. And I'm in great company. And so that's his way of letting you know that he's perfectly fine on the other side and that he can come and visit you. So,
Okay. Yeah. Died in a car accident. So,
yeah, that's rough, because a lot of times, when it's that it can be bittersweet. It's like, I don't know which is worse, not knowing you're going to cross over and then you just go. So then there's no suffering, but then there is for the people that are left. Or else if you get an illness and you're sick for, 2 years, then that makes it rough on everybody too. So, I'm really was drawn into his chest area. And my nose, every time I get in there, something about my nose, it just feels strange.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a little follow up with Lauren. You've got her engaged next year. She's wondering who that would be. Do you know Does she know? Um, do you think she knows this person?
Okay, we do feel like that this, Irene says, maybe a blast from the past. So this could be someone who you know, but you haven't had contact with for a long time.
Mm,
Sometimes some wonderful relationships can, people you went to school with, and then you don't speak to them for 20 years. And then all of a sudden, oh, wow, here we are on Facebook or something. So, yeah, feels like the most potential is that you do know this person. You may not be in contact with them. Um, or, thank you, Irene, this person might know you. Uh, First thing that came through again is, let's say she has a girlfriend or something, and her girlfriend might know somebody who knows her, but she doesn't know them. I don't know, but it's something like either she knows them or they know her. Um, so,
mm, interesting. Okay.
so there you go. Duty yourself
All
up when you go to the grocery store
right.
because you never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah. Marcella, I love you both. Well,
Oh, well,
thank
thank
you,
you,
Marcella.
Marcella.
Appreciate it. There's Howard struggling at the end. Um, Howard says hi. Yes.
Hi, Howard. Yes, ha ha.
um, okay, Lauren. Sherry from Howard. My older brother passed a little over 2 years ago, and he was a skeptic at our beliefs, hoping he has found his way. I assume he had plenty of people that died before him to help.
Yeah, and we don't, Howard, we don't need our loved ones to help us. Of course they do, but he has his own guides too that help him to cross over. No one is left alone. Even if he is a skeptic, even people who don't believe in the afterlife at all, they are all met. Um, they are all met with loving. I feel like I've got somebody coming in here. I He's showing me boxing gloves is I vaguely can remember. I don't know if he was a boxer, but he just showed me a big boxing glove. And he still is, I don't want to say he's a smart aleck, but he kind of comes in with like a smart aleck energy. Um, Honestly, I can't remember what he looked like or what he did. Um, but he comes in like he's trying to play pranks on you. So I know that we have talked a little bit, and you said you might hear things or things of this nature. Some of this could be him because he likes to play pranks on people, and he's telling me you're about the only one in the family that picks up on it. A lot of times it goes over other people's head and they don't pick up on it. So he likes kind of messing with you because you're intuitive enough that you pick up on it. Um,
Hmm.
I got to tell you, I know what your mother looks like, and I instantly pick up on your mother that comes through. And she's smiling, and it's so funny because I don't remember your mom smiling that much. I know she did, but I just don't remember your mom smiling that much. She's smiling, she's happy, and he's happy too. There is a lot of people there with him. Uh, Feels like they have some dogs, and a lot of them do because they all go to the same place. Um, it's almost as if your mother wants to control this read, and almost push your brother out of the way. So it's funny, and he doesn't have them boxing gloves on anymore because it's like he's listening to what your mother.
He
Okay,
was. Yeah.
I thought because I had forgotten about that, but he showed it to me. It kind of sparked it up. But yeah, your mother. It's so funny. They bring their personality with them when I do a reading. Doesn't mean they're still like that on the other way. It doesn't mean your mother's running the whole show, but she is from this standpoint. But she comes in and a smile with you. Feels like her smile looks just like yours. Um, And she says, we'll all be there for Christmas. So
Mm-hmm.
get ready for things in your house, Howard, to start amping up, for all of the lights to go haywire,
Liquor and yeah.
or the TVs, or the knocks and the rattles. And yeah, they're just going to have a heyday. So,
Yeah, well, that should be an eventful holiday for Howard.
uh-huh.
All right. You know what? We haven't done ABCs in weeks because
Yeah.
we just haven't had time. But let's do one.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, we got a lot of new people here, and a lot of people probably haven't even um, don't even know what alphabet messages are. So let's go
Yeah.
ahead and do them. Okay.
Okay.
So now we're going to do some alphabet messages for all of you. Sherry is going to provide a spiritual message to everyone, either listening to the show live right now or through a recorded version of it in the future. It'll work either way. Okay. So I want you to do everyone watching the show right now needs to select a letter. Okay. Either A, B, or C. Don't think about it. Just whatever immediately popped into your head. Because if you think about it, if there's a split second difference between when I said that and when the letter popped, that's not coming from spirit. That's coming from your mind. Okay. We want the very first thought on what that letter is. That's coming from spirit. Okay. So now you all should have your letters. Sherry, you're going to give us a spiritual message based upon the specific letter that we selected, right?
Yes.
So go for it.
Okie dokie. All right. Now, I do call in my spirit guides before this show, and then they give me the information, so I write it down. All right. So if you picked A, they showed me a raccoon, and they said, take that mask off. It's time to be you. Um, when you look at a raccoon, how they have a mask on, and so many of us are able to instantly match our vibration to the person that we're talking to. And sometimes we wear a lot of different hats. We know how to alter our personality into what that person would like the best. So a lot of us are very good at that. This is for these people that do that, and they're saying, just take it off and just be you. Chances are that all of these people are going to like you better than what they do when you try to be someone else that you're not. So that's if you picked letter A. If you picked B, they're showing me fish. And they said, you're in a school of fish. You're kind of going with the current. When you watch fish that in their schools, there's so many of them, and man, they all turn and just go nicely together. Nobody bumps into each other. And so they work nicely. And they said, that's what you're going to do. You're going to find that you realize that we are all one, and that you're going to have a shift in the way that you think, and you're going to realize that there's power in the more people. Just like when people pray, they said, if it's more than one person, then it's more powerful. And so you're going to realize that. So that's it. You're going to start to work nicely with other people, and you'll start to work really good in groups, especially at work. If a lot of people have to get together on a project, you're going to find that people are going to like to work with you, because you make things run more smoothly. All right. So those of you who picked the letter C, a giraffe came up, and they said, get your head out of the clouds, work on grounding. And this will help with forgetfulness. It will help with anxiety. They're saying there's a need for balance. Um, I've mentioned this before. I know several people who do readings and things, and some people are just really flighty, like they never ground, and they're always got their head up in the clouds. That's not good. There needs to be balance with everything, the yin and the yang. So if you picked C, they're saying work on grounding. And what we mean by that is go outside. That grounds you. Take salt baths. Envision that your feet have anchors on them, and it's going all the way down into the ocean. That instantly, when I do that, I could feel my body just like like a magnet, just attaching me to Mother Earth. So that's what they're saying. When you do work on that, it really does help kind of put you in the now, and that's what we all try to do all the time, or we should try to, because it'll make our life a lot easier. So, all right. So those are the alphabet messages.
Okay.
And two, they might pick A today, and let's say that 6 months from now they run across the same video and they do this. They may pick B, and then B might, work for them right now.
Yeah, we've heard instances where that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, I picked C today. The
Oh,
giraffe, my head in the cloud, need to balance. I actually, uh, during the summertime and early fall, I would go outside and walk, 30, 45 minutes a day. But
yeah.
here in the wintertime, I can't go out there. And I kind of, like I can feel that, not grounded as much as I usually am when I'm out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So you can work on different ways of grounding.
I got a treadmill. I do the same. I walk the same amount, but it's just different. You know.
Right. Yeah, because it's the exercise, but like when you're outside, it's not just your feet on earth, it's the sun. We get downloads from the sun,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
vitamin D and everything. And
yeah.
I even sleep with an earthing or a grounding pillowcase.
Do you?
Not very
Yeah.
comfortable, but you're not supposed to put a pillowcase on it, but I do. But then I'll always like take my hand up in the pillowcase, so at least my hand will be right on it. Um, Lot to be
Oh,
said for grounding.
yeah, that's true. Okay, I think we got everybody that wants to read. We've got them read,
Okay,
and we're butting up against an hour and a half for this show, and I think it's time for us to close it down.
I do too. Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know
Oh
before we
yeah.
go. Uh, next week is Christmas week. Our normal Wednesday showtime, well, that's Christmas Eve. And, people are busy Christmas Eve and the day before that, and maybe the day before, presents, wrapping,
Hmm.
guests in town, all that kind of stuff. A lot of people, I know a lot of people don't celebrate it across the world, but I think a lot of people that watch the show and view this live do celebrate the holidays.
Yeah.
And for that reason, we're taking next week off. We're going to have a little holiday of our own
That's
next week.
right. Little vacation.
Yeah. So we will not be on next week. We will be on the week after that, the week of New Year's. However, Wednesday, that's New Year's Eve. And there are a lot of people that are doing things New Year's Eve.
Right.
So we're going to do the show on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time instead of our usual Wednesday next week. So just want to let you know, and I will go ahead and put a post out there to the community to make sure everybody knows we will not be on next week, but the following week it will be on a Tuesday.
And what date? What is that? The
That is the 30th. December
30th.
30th
Okay. Yeah.
is a Tuesday. So we'll be on then. So thanks for tuning in for today's show. Thanks to our guest, Kathy, who agreed to share her readings with us, and everyone that got a reading today. We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
As always, if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss or a question for Shari to answer, put that down in the comments section and we'll try to make that happen. Maybe even talk about it next week or the week after.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to book your own private reading with Shari, go to psychicshari.com, click on the Schedule Now button. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, as well as click on the little bell icon to be notified when new videos are dropped, so you'll know immediately. And then I think we'll do it for this week.
Yeah.
I hope everybody has a great Christmas. And we appreciate you as always. And we will talk to you week after next.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks
Take
for
care.
coming on. I appreciate it.
See ya.
Okay. Bye-bye.